Hello friends, welcome to the virtual edition of Iijs Learning. I'm, I'm proud and happy to introduce Mr. Oriel
Hello.
Colidemont as a product director in GemVision, a stellar company. As a product director, he is in the middle of all the parts involved in building the GemVision S software. Oriole is in charge of listening all the feedback from customers and partners and providing all this. There is some providing all the feedback to the development team. So GenVision can offer the right solution to the customers. Once this feedback is coded within the software, Orion and his marketing team communicate all the news to customers and new prospects. Oriel has started in the jewelry trade as a bench jeweler and gem setter. Later, Oriel transitioned to the design side using as a CAD designer. After this, Oriel has started different managing positions until today, being the Gem Vision product director. Oriel loves the jewelry trade and all his customers' stories. Therefore, he enjoys traveling around the globe.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Shishir, for the introduction. As Mr. Shishir was telling you, I am the product director for GemVision. So I have this presentation ready. It's very short. I know that presentations are boring sometimes, so I did just a very short presentation just to put you in place about where are we now as a GemVision. So it seems that Shishir is back. Hello, Shishir. There was some problems with the network, but I see that now everyone is back. So let me start with the what Shishir was telling you about me very, very shortly. Just is to tell what the product director duties are. So as a product director, we gather a lot of feedback around the world. So I am the one who's in charge of Matrix Wall and Countersketch, the two GemVision products. So I gather all these customers and partners feedback that we have around the world. So we have many, many customers. We have thousands of customers. We have partners around the world as Cascade Star in India. And what I do is I communicate with the development team all this information. So we have information from around the world, and then I put all this information together, and depending on what are the requests that we have, I put them in priorities list, and then I communicate to the developers so we can end up having a product that is what the customers are looking for. So one duty is talk to all the customers. The second one is communicate to the developers. The developers are people that they want to code and they want to get very, very specific information about what they need to do to the software. And then I also have a very good marketing team that what we do is communicate to all our partners and customers what we have done with the software and where are we heading with our software. This is about the business, about me, because this work, I'm traveling around the world when it's allowed, not now. For the last months, I haven't been allowed to travel around the world. Hopefully I can visit India very, very, very soon. But yeah, this is what I do, traveling around the world, gathering all this information from jewelers. I have been in the bench for a long time, so I love listening jewelers' stories. So I really like talk to them and then bring all this information to the software. And when I have free time, I like just ride my bike around these beautiful landscapes that we have in the Barcelona surroundings. So this is about myself. Then let me tell you a bit about what is GenVision, who is GenVision. So GenVision started in Iowa in 1991, and they created two beautiful and very, very successful softwares, Matrix and Counter Sketch. From Matrix, we reach until the Matrix 9. This is the last version that we come out with, and Counter Sketch that is still active today. Then there was also in Barcelona a company called TDM Solutions that they create RhinoGold and Clayu. So RhinoGold was the same kind of software than Matrix 9, and Clayu was meant to be more to design organic shapes. What happened? What happened is that a Stellar came out in place. A Stellar so Matt Stellar saw how important all the digital CAD softwares were, how important were these softwares for the jewelry. So Stellar came out and both GenVision in 2009 and TDM Solutions in 2015. All right. Once GenVision and TDM Solutions were under the Stellar umbrella, what they did next is come out with two softwares. We put all this information, all this knowledge that we had from these two companies, GenVision and TDM Solutions, and we put them everything inside the GenVision Stellar company, and we created MatrixGold and Counter Sketch. We have MatrixGold and Counter Sketch. Why do we have these two softwares? Because we believe that we have like two segments when we are talking about GenVision customers. We have the retailers, and for the retailers, we have Counter Sketch. So Counter Sketch is based on libraries. You just need to go with the sliders and you can make any modification. You don't need to be proficient in CAD software because at the end of the day, you have just a few sliders and just moving these sliders, everything parametrically moves in, moves out. And is just to design in front of the customer. So as you can see in the picture, you have the computer in the store and you can design in front of the customer. It's easy adoption, very easy to learn. As I told you, is based on library and dynamic parts. So everything adapts when you are moving any of these sliders. It gives you real-time price because we have Counter Sketch connected to the APIs of Stellar. So we have real-time price. And also you can submit to Stellar. What else do we have? We have another software for manufacturers. As I told you at the very beginning, we sell software around the globe. We have many customers from this very small workshop with one person who designs and makes everything to a big company who has many licenses designing for big volumes. For this, we have MatrixGold. So MatrixGold is the new software that we come out after TDM Solutions and GenVision joined together. And with MatrixGold, you can design from a sketch. You have unlimited creativity because anything that you want to do can be done in MatrixGold. Anything is created for jewelers by jewelers. So we have people who has been in the bench in our company. Actually, in Stellar, we have a lot of jewelers who are using MatrixGold. Sorry, so they can bring us also all this feedback from every day when they are creating any request that they have from our customers to bring new functionalities to the software. With MatrixGold, as you know, you can export the designs that you do and you can outsource or you can print and cast in-house. And where are we heading in 2021? So this conversation today is about the future, the CAD future, but let me tell you just what is going to happen on the 2021. As you probably a lot of you already know, Rhino 7 has come out. MatrixGold, it's based on Rhino 7. So by February, I'm still not sure what the exact date will be. We'll have a beta for Rhino 7. This means that anyone who already has MatrixGold if they buy Rhino 7, they will be able to run Matrix Hall on Rhino 7. It will be a beta, so not a lot of promises there, but I have been testing it and it's working very well. And also we will have a new update for Matrix Hall. So we will have news like a new batch render. We all know that we are going online. Everyone is going online. Pictures, renders are very, very important. So batch render is where you say, I want this design with all these different metals and all these combinations. You click and you don't need to do anything else. You can keep that computer working all night long and you will get a lot of different renders. And then later 2021, still not sure when is this going to happen. We'll have the official version, the Matrix Hall with Rhino 7, of course, with new improvements, and also Counter Sketch with the new Rhino 7. So Rhino 7, it's very, very good. We have been testing it. It has a lot of new features, so we can't wait to have both softwares in Rhino 7. So this is very short, just an overview about what is Jamvision, where we are, and where are we heading. But as I said, this is just an introduction, and now we can chat with Mr. Shishir on what is next. So, Mr. Shishir, if you want to do any questions, please. I don't know where Mr. Shishir is. I cannot hear him. I see him, but I don't hear him. Mr. Shishir, if you want, while I am getting, while you get everything ready, because I'm sharing my screen, I can start with Matrix Hall and I can show something from Matrix Hall, so you can get everything ready. Just let me know once we can hear you. So while Mr. Shishir is getting everything ready, I will tell you a bit about Matrix Hall. All right. So as I thought.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So thank you. Sorry for the glitch.
Don't worry.
Oriol, very, very nice presentation. Thank you. I have a couple of questions.
Please.
This is regarding the Indian jeweler.
Yes.
From 2 points. One is as a manufacturer and two as a marketeer. I'll start with the manufacturer side.
Yes.
How easy it is to use Matrix Gold as compared to other software, and what are the other benefits of using it instead of other software?
All right. So Matrix Gold, look, I have been designing with many different softwares. So from Rhino Gold, Matrix Gold. At the end of the day, this is software. Anyone can learn this software. But what is very, very important is the parametric side of Matrix Gold. So the parametric side of Matrix Gold, what is important is that it allows you to make changes faster. So you know that there is many times that when you are designing any piece of jewelry in any CAD software, there is many times that you need to make changes, or you need to create more variations of this model. In Matrix Goal, we have improved that a lot. The reason why is because we get all these steps that we do when we design and we connect each other. Not always. Many times the people is telling, do I need to keep it parametric the whole time? No, not always. But at least the beginning of any design, if you can keep it parametric, this saves you a lot of time when it needs to be, when any change needs to be made. And Shishir, if you don't mind, I will just put 5 minutes on show you why and why it's so important. So if I just do very easy, a ring very, very easy. So I just create something like this and I close it. All right. So if I do something like this and just say that we add just a gem on the ring rail. All right. So everything now is linked to the ring rail. And I'm just linking everything. So now if I create here a setting, just it's a very, very easy ring. Okay, we know that, but just that we have this. With this mate, what you can do now is a Boolean. All right, so I can do a Boolean. So I can do a Boolean union with this and this part. So now everything is just together. So we have done a Boolean. And also I can do just a cutter for this part here. So I go and I just go to cutters and I do a cutter. Okay. And I will do also the Boolean difference. So I can come and I will do a Boolean difference between this part and this part. All right. So now we have this ring. And now if I go to Mr. Shishir, he will tell me, Oriol, I don't like this part here, and the Boolean is already done. Back in the other softwares with Matrix, we had to undo. Now, the only thing that I need to do is just go back where I created the bezel, and the only thing that I need to do is just bring it up. Even the Booleans are done. And now everything is recalculated automatically. Or what I can also do, if you don't like this shape, I can go to the profile placer, I can go to edit, and if I want to make any modification to this ring because you want something different, I can do it as easily as this.
Great.
Oh, I didn't save it, so let me do it again, just a second. So I do like this, and I do like this, and like this. And now I validate and enter. So this is what is the parametric, Shishir, Mr. Shishir, this is what is the parametric and why it's super important to keep it like this for any company, because it allows you to make many, many changes. So this is the big thing of Matrix Goal. Very important. If I send you this file, if I send you this file, Mr. Shishir, and you have Matrix Goal, you will be able to make all these changes. And this is what is super important because it's very powerful. Just imagine now Matrix Goal is getting a lot of customers. So there is a lot of files that has this power. So all this on the right panel, all this information that you have here, if I send you now this file to your factory and you have Matrix Goal, you will be able to open this file, make any change. If you want to change the stone, you will be able to come here and just say, I want a smaller stone. You will make a smaller stone and you will be able to make it without having to redo anything. So this is, I know that I have gone a bit longer, but for what you asked me, this is what is important about Matrix Goal, this parametric side. And easy to learn is easy to learn as on any other software. We try to keep the same flow with all the same to all the tools. So once you know how to work with one tool, it's quite intuitive to understand how all the other ones also works.
That's fantastic. Now, the second part of the question, is it much faster than the other software?
It's, at the end of the day, we are relying on the Rhino engine. So this is a plugin. what we do is we get Rhino, and Rhino is not for jewelry. Rhino is for jewelry, for boats building, for architecture, for anything. So at the end of the day, what we do is we get Rhino and we do code to make it for jewelry. What I'm trying to say with that is that it's fast because it's Rhino. Rhino is fast, Matrix Gold is fast. Of course, that when I'm doing the operation that I did now in front of you, when I'm making one change, everything needs to recalculate because everything is linked. Then it takes longer than if I do just a Boolean from Rhino. But still, we are saving a lot of time because we don't need to do all the prior steps. So if you want to go fast and you don't want to have all these operations going, don't use the parametric. The parametric is optional. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, at the end of the day, you have all the tools that are coming from Rhino. So they can be like native from Rhino. So you can be even faster if you need to do a very, very small operation. This is why I always told to all our customers that not everything needs to be parametric. I have been many, many times in India, and I know that in India you do these super intricate designs. Not all of them. There is bridal, but there is also these intricate designs. Not all these designs needs to be parametric because the computer would blow up if we put everything parametric. But it's good, as I said at the very beginning, maybe the base of these models, keep them parametric because you have half of the job done. And if you need to make any modification, you just modify anything that you need to modify from these prior steps, and then you finish the piece.
Very interesting. Well, it's fantastic. Would you like to go to the next part of how it would help in the marketing?
Yes, please go ahead. If you have any other questions.
Do you have anything to show in the marketing part, or should I ask a couple of more questions?
Yes, please ask, because I have showed, I believe, quite a lot about the parametric. Then later on, I would like you to show you, depending on what question you do, you tell me more about the user on the user side. So please, if you want to go ahead.
Well, would it help in the, I mean, using the same design, I want to render it also, and I want to make a model also. The model would need slightly larger dimensions than a render, especially as far as the prongs are concerned, as far as the thickness is concerned. Is it possible to do that very easily on this?
Yes, as I said, on this model that I have designed in front of you, because everything is parametric, we can change anything that you want. So if you want the stones, the stone bigger, as I did before, you can go here to edit, and I can make it bigger very easy, and everything recalculates. If you want to make the profile wider, I can go where the profile placer was, and I can make it also wider from here. All right, so I can change it, and everything recalculates by itself. Something that is also good is that if you have a stones, as you were telling me about the prongs, just say that I want to have a line of stones here, so I can go and extract an isocurve, just say from here, and I can place stones. Okay, so I can go here and I can place stones on this curve. All right, so just let me bring them up to here. And then on these stones, I can put prongs. So I can go to settings, prong placer, and from here I can start to add prongs. So you have also all the control on these prongs. So you can get closer. You can just bring this up. And then also you can play with the prong diameter. If you want it bigger, to have it more inside the stone. I know that you set a lot of, in India, you set a lot of diamonds or zirconias on the mat, inside the wax, and then you cast it. So you can have your setup and you can use it every time. Something that I believe that is very, very important for any manufacturer, Mr. Shidhar, is that, Shishir, sorry, is that you can save these settings. So just say that your factory, you always want these prongs, this thickness, and this height. And for you, it's very important because you set the stones in the wax, and you know that this is what is working well for you. What you can do is just go to the 3 dots that we have here, and you can save this style. All right. So here I already have a few. So I can save a style as I will put this name, and I can put a description. So just the millimeters, 0.5 millimeters, and save a style. So now, if I want to use the same setting, because just say that you are a big factory and you want all the designers to use the same settings. So you save this to all the computers, this style with these settings. And now if you want to create the same here, let me select again this curve, and I will show you what you can do. So I can go to Jensen curve again, and now I will move them from here. Let me just find out where is the N and position. So I will just place stones this side here. All right, so now I have these stones on this side, and I want to use the same settings for the prongs that I have on this side. So the only thing that I need to do now is go to settings, prong placer. I select the gems where I want to place these prongs, and look what I can do now. You see, these are the defaults, but if I go to the styles, what I will find out is the one that I saved with your settings. So I click on these ones, load, and there we go. Now I have the same settings that you were asking for. So I click enter, and now we get them here. And again, I can change now the ring rail. I can make the ring to a number 10, and everything recalculates. Even the boolean is done, everything. So it does everything by itself. So something that I would like to tell to all our customers and possible customers in the future is that with Matrix Gold, what we are doing is not giving you just a software and you need to use it as we tell you. We are giving you the option to create your own tools, because with what I have done now, you are able to create your own prong placer tool, because you have your own settings. You know that you need these settings to set the stones, whatever dimensions of stones you have. So we allow you to make it very precise, save them in your styles, and you can use them anytime that you want. So this avoids a lot of errors in any manufacturing because everyone is using the same settings.
Very nice. Wonderful. Oriol, can you go to the next part of the presentation, please? It's wonderful.
Thank you. Well, something that we also keep thinking a lot and we are putting a lot of effort on is what is next? What is the future? What is the future looking like? So we know that we start with the software with jewelers that were in the bench. We gave them the CAD software, so now they are designing anything. So this was a big change in the jewelry industry. And now when we look over the jewelry, then what we are asking is what's next? And what's next is that we can see that everything is going online. So online is very, very important, and we know that. So how, us as a company, as a GemVision, can we help our customers to sell more jewelry or to show more jewelry? So here we have another software that is coming in place, that is CounterSketch. So CounterSketch is a software because we have been doing a lot of tests, and what happens is that the person that is in the workshop is not the same than the person that is in the sales floor. All right, so the person who is in the sales floors, they know to sell, but they don't know how to design. So what we can do to the sales floor people, something easy, that they can sell what has been done in the workshop, in the factory. So then we have CounterSketch. All right, so with Counter-Sketch, this is the other software that we have, and is based on libraries. All right. So let me tell you a bit about Counter-Sketch. Counter-Sketch has these libraries, and when you go like this, anyone in the store can open any of these files in front of their customer, and then can make any modification that they want very easily, because everything is set up to be able to be produced. All right. So this means that you have the sliders, and with very, very few weeks of trainings, you can have everything ready to be designed, to be changed, to make any change that you want in front of the customer. What is the important part of that is that many times the end customer wants to be part of this design. All right. So the end customer says, okay, I see that you have all this library, but I want to create what I want. So you can go in front of the customer and say, all right, so you have this stone here, and maybe the customer is telling you, yes, but you see, you have all these options here. Maybe the customer says, oh, look, instead oval, I would like a cushion. So the sales floor employee, the only thing that needs to do is just click on the cushion cut, and everything adapts automatically. All right. So, and this is much easier than what Matrix Hollow is. All right. So you can make any change that you want. Do you want accent gems here? You see here, I already have the option. So I click on accent gems, and I already get the option to add the stones here. If you want to make a render of this, so you can make a render for your customer, very easy. All right. So I would say, what's the problem? The Counter-Sketch, because we have made all this library, this needs to be produced in a staller. All right. So this is something that if you want it, you can make a staller to produce it. But because we know that you can also bring the files from Matrix Call to inside Counter-Sketch. And this is when it's very, very important for customers like from India. Why? Because maybe a big manufacturer has their own designs, and what they want is to bring them into the sales floor to be able to, all these people who selling their jewelry, show it to the customers. We know that GenVision is important, creating software to design, but also important to sell these designs. Today, we need to sell. Sell is very important. We can create very easily, but we need to sell. So this is when Counter-Sketch is coming in place. What can we do with Counter-Sketch? Let me show you. So as you can see, this is something that you can save and show it to your customer. What if you want to import the model that we were doing, Mr. Shishir? Look, what we can do is just go to Matrix Goal and say, this is the model that I want to have in my library. Let me just bring these stones a bit up to here. So now it's more like even. All right. And now what I will do is just I will get it in different parts. Okay. So what I will do now is how I can do this. I want to add, look, I will add another ring. So I will show you the different options that we have. So I will bring another profile placer. I will move it up to here, and I will do it like this. Okay. And I will close it. And I will do a mirror of this to the other side. Okay. All right. So now we have, and what I will do is just get this. This is in the right layer. And what I will do is get all the other stones, and I will add them in this layer. And then also this, I will bring you to this layer. And these two, I will bring them to this layer. All right. So we have different layers now. And what I will do now is just save this as a Rhino 5, because Counter-Sketch is in Rhino 5. So I will save it. Just say that complete. I will call it Iijs. All right. So now I save it in Rhino 6. I did a mistake here because I need to save it in Rhino 5. So let me do it again. Save as complete IGGS in Rhino 5. Okay. Save Rhino5 file. And now what I can do is go back to my counter sketch. All right, and now I will go to a new session and look what I can do. I can go to all the user parts. Okay, so now I just take this away and I go to the freehand parts and we have the user parts. And here I can add just what I download. So I need to look for a 3DM file. This is the one that I have designed. And now you can have this into your sales floor. So you have your workshop, the CAD designers that they know a lot about matrix gold and how to build jewelry. They have been doing all these models. You can put them in this window where I'm showing you now, all the models that you want your sales floor to have. And now when you double click on it, now this will come out in place, all right? So now you have this, and very easily, the sales floor people can show it to your customers. If the customer wants to change the metal, they can go to the secondary metal and say, I want this part in yellow. So they do it in yellow. I want the center stone to be an emerald. I can do an emerald. And the diamonds, I want to be, I don't know, also emerald. And I can do the emerald. And then can show and make any change that they want. Or maybe you want this in rose gold, then you can go in rose gold and keep the site on that with diamonds. So I like to show you this because this is where the future is going in GenVision. So GenVision has been working very hard, like in two different directions, retail and manufacturing. Now it's the time to put them together. We already have this option that this is very good to present the models. Now, if you are the owner of these two softwares, you can get the original model. The store can say, okay, I want the model 001 to this finger size and with these stones. And because you have all the models created in Matrix Gold, that is parametric, you can make any modification very fast and you can go and produce it. So you have the workshop, you have the retail side, putting together to sell. This is the sales floor. The future, though, is online. We know that is online. So from here, you can already create the renders that you want. So you can put them in your online store and you can send them in your online store. So as you can see now, I'm just doing the render from what I have done very fast, and you can put it into your online store. But what happens if you want the user, the end user, to make the modifications? This is something that we have been thinking a lot, and I believe that we can accomplish it. The problem that we have, though, is that the end user is not a jeweler, and they don't know about the thickness, about the width. So if we allow the end user to make any modification, what can happen is that we will receive models, or our customer will receive models that are not able to be print or cast. So this is where we are now. We are trying to think what is the best way that we can allow the customers to design their own designs, but at the same time to be sure that this is not bringing problems to us, so that we are receiving designs that are ready to be print and cast. But this is where we are working now.
Fantastic. Oriol, it's all fantastic what you've shown. Now, as an Indian jeweler, I'm selling to the Indian market, number one.
Yes.
Number two, I'm exporting.
Yes.
Now, is a counter sketch program available to me here to sell to my customers?
So counter sketch, all the library that I have shown you, this library is not able to be downloaded. You cannot get that models. But what you can do is what I have done. If you have the two softwares, because you are creating in Matrix Gold, you already have the model in Matrix Gold. So if I have a customer that wants the ring that we have on the screen, the only thing that I need to do is just go to Matrix Gold, that I have it here, and I can download print, cast this design here. All right, so you have the two softwares, so you can get the design done in Matrix Gold and showed in Counter Sketch. So you have the whole package, and it's easier for you to sell.
Okay.
But you cannot download what we have in the library. So if I go to this library here, the library that I have, this library, you can show it to the customers. If you have both softwares, you can show it to the customers, but you cannot download this. Then you would have to do it in Matrix Gold. That at the end of the day, it's very easy. Very important though, that this is something that I think that it's important for all our customers to know where are we heading. We are using the same technology either in Counter Sketch and Matrix Gold. All right, so we are using the same technology in both softwares. What does this mean? That every time will be easier and easier to bring these two softwares together. And this is what you need to think about the future of the CAD from the GenVision side. So just imagine the power that we have with Matrix Gold, Counter Sketch, using the same technology and talking each other. So this is where are we heading, and we are putting a lot of effort on that. And I believe that it will be big, very big.
So if I want to sell to customers, I have to buy both Matrix Gold and Counter Sketch and create my own library. Do I understand right?
You understand it perfect.
Okay.
Just
Very,
keep in
very
mind,
interesting.
Just keep in mind, Shishir, that once you have two options. You have the option that your Salesforce people can sell from here, so they can say, and then can show this to your customers, this model. And when the customer says they can make any modification, they can go and, I don't know, they can make a Shang outside ring shape. So I can change now the shape. They can sell this, and the only thing that they need to do is go to your jewelers and say, okay, we have sold this this design. Can you make it please in Matrix Gold? And then you can make it in Matrix Gold.
Interesting.
But it's easy. I mean, these days Matrix Gold is easy to learn. It's very easy.
Fantastic. Oriol,
So
do you have anything more to show before we throw it open to the public for questions?
I believe that I have talked pretty much about what is an overview about where are we and where are we going. But yes, I'm ready to listen any questions, so we can go ahead if you think that it's the right thing to do.
Ali, can you throw it open to the audience for questions, please? Hello? Are there any questions?
I have a chat here. Can you see the chat? And I have a question. Can Mr. Oriol explain about the new features in Matrix Gold? All right, so one of the, let me take this out. Actually, the version that I'm running here is, let me show, this is the internal version, all right? So something that in February we'll be releasing is what we call the new batch render. And I believe that this is very important. Let me just go to view batch render. So with the batch render, what we will be able to do is to add any style for what we want to show. We can add the models that we want to add here. So let me go Matrix Gold projects. Let me show any, just say this one. So, and then we can add to the layers. So if we have different layers, we can add different metals, all right? So rose gold or white gold, and then also we can add layers for the gems, and for the gems, I can go and say, I want this, this, and this. So, and then what views. So I want the right view and I want the perspective view, and you can add as many as you want. Then you click render batch and you don't need to worry about anything else. So from here, as you can see at the very top, is telling me that we will be doing 12 renders in just one go. So I click render batch and it starts to do all these combinations between these different metals here and these stones. So this is super important for what we were talking about, the selling online, presenting your models, because rendering is important. So then doing this, you can make many changes. So you get all the renders, you can post them in your online store. You have Matrix Gold that can make changes whenever you want. So it's a very good combination. This is one of the new things that we will come out with a new update next February. Of course, that there is always improvements that we do on every version. So tools that needs to fine tune, we do all these improvements. And something that will be important also is what I was talking about Rhino 7. All right, so Rhino 7 is coming in place. This is very important. We will release the beta. It's important to say that it's the beta in February, because beta means that it's something that we will be testing. We won't be giving a lot of development to the beta, because we still are the official one is the one that is in Rhino 6. But what is very good for Rhino 7 is what they call the quadri mesh. This is something that they have done. Is a very impressive job that Rhino 7 has done with quadri mesh. What quadri mesh means? It means that you will be able to, any STL, any mesh file that you have, you will be able to rebuild that model with what they call the quadri mesh, and then you will be able to make changes. Just playing with the sub-D from Rhino, you will be able to get these faces, these points, these vertex, and start to make modifications. So it's very important, the update that we are coming along. I have another question also, that what is the price for the both software? I know the price for each of them, but I don't know the price for both of them together, because then there is a bundle and I don't have it in mind now. And I rather to Cascade, that is our partner in India, to deal with that. So if there is any question about the price for the both softwares together, please talk to Cascade. They will be more than happy to help you out with the prices and what is the price for the bundle. Is there any role, another question that we have, is there any role of Grasshopper in Matrix Gold? So we are not using Grasshopper. We build up our own technology to be working very well with the jewelry tools, just say. What we have in the background in our code, I would say that is something similar to Grasshopper, but for sure that you have been the customer, Patel is asking, for sure that he has been looking on Grasshopper. We believe that our jewelers doesn't need to know about Grasshopper. We know about Grasshopper. We know about how to build the tools for the jewelers. Jewelers need to design. We need to create the software to let the jewelers design. So we create all these tools so the jewelers don't need to think about how I can create this tool with Grasshopper. We create it for you. This is why you buy Matrix Gold. We take care of that, and then you just need to think about designing. So we don't have a Grasshopper in Matrix Gold, and we are able to create the tools for you so that you don't need to use it. And let me see if there is any more questions. No more questions here.
One more question coming up. How about generative algorithm designs from Mr. Patel again?
Algorithm designs.
Generative.
I don't know what does he means when he's asking for algorithm designs. Not sure. I mean, with Matrix Gold, what I can tell you is that you can do anything that you want and parametric. Not always everything, and I said this at the very beginning, not everything needs to be parametric. And the reason why is because sometimes the people is asking me, just for instance, pavé, the automatic pavé. I want an automatic pavé. And I have been in many factories. And every time that anyone asks me for an automatic pavé, I ask them, what is an automatic pavé to you? And I can tell you that I got many different replies of that. So you can have many different replies about what is automatic pavé. This is why I was telling you that not everything needs to be parametric. So you start the ring, you build the ring parametric to place the pavé. When it's time to place the pavé, this doesn't need to be parametric. So if I don't know if the algorithm question was going through this, but we have the parametric side. You can use it whenever you want, and you can also do it without the parametric side. Can we do asymmetrical designs? You can do anything that you want. This is matrix gold, so anything. You can do any design that you can find in any jewelry show can be done in matrix gold. Matrix gold is free from zero, so you can start from zero and make anything. We have another question from Rashda Manihar. Can we add our design in your libraries? Of course. So either in Counter Sketch or either in Matrix Gold. In Matrix Gold, we also have, let me show you now in the screen, we have the collections, that here in the collections, you can create as many folders as you want, and you can manage all your designs. Actually, if you buy Matrix Gold today, you already will see that you already have rings here. Just say, I want a multi-stone ring. So you already have these rings, all right? So you can get any of those and open. I don't want to save this. So now I'm opening this file that I have in this library. And this is what I was telling you that is very important. The files. This is why it's very important, because this is a file that I have in my libraries. And as you can see, it already has all the booleans and everything done. But look, from the moment that I open the file, I already have all the steps here. All right, on this panel. Let me close the byte printer now. I don't need it now. So I have all the steps here. If I want to change anything, I can do it. So just say that this is something that I have in my library, in my Matrix Gold library, and I want to make a change. So what I need to do is just go to edit, and I can change anything that I want. So if I want to move this down here, I can move it down here. And now everything, now it's recalculating all the steps and it's recalculating everything. So you can have it in the library from Matrix Gold. And also what you can do is what we did before. So I can go and I just can get these gems, bring them here. And what I can do is what I did. So I go to export, oh, sorry, save, file, save as, and I will save it here and as a Rhino 5 model, and I will call it number 2. And now what we will do is go to Counter Sketch, and from Counter Sketch, what we will do is go and I will create a new session. So, and what we will do from here, we will do the same step that we did before. So I will go to user parse, I will add a new one. I want to be Rhino 5, and this was the one, open. I already have it here. And there we go. So again, now you can make any change that you want. You can bring this to your store. And I think that was these ones. You can make your changes that you want. You can show it to your customer. You like it with these stones. You want it with diamonds. Something very important that I forgot to tell you. Once you have this showing to your customer wants to know the price, right? They want to know what is the price of that. Look at this. You can go to this calculator and you can create a quick estimate. All right, so now I am creating a quick estimate and it will tell me what will be the price for that. You see, you have the weight, and depending on what qualities of diamonds, you have the price, only for the mounting or also included with the diamonds. So you can add anything that you want here, okay? And you can make your own margin, so you can set up the prices. So this is very important. Let's keep going to the questions. Can we do asymmetrical designs? We said yes. Can we add design in your libraries? Yes. Bitrate is better than cycles. What is the main advantage in matrix goal over Rhino goal 6.6? All right, so two questions here. V-Ray is better than cycles. We believe so. We believe so because V-Ray was giving always the same look. So we had people who was very happy with V-Ray, but there was also people who were saying that the sparkle that you were getting from the V-Ray wasn't not real enough. So now with Matrix Gold, we have cycles and we give you a lot of different options. Is a bit harder to understand? Yes, I will be honest with you. But once you know how to use it, you can get a lot of different looks, and depending on every stone, every customer, they have more options to find what they really like. We have another question that is saying, what is the main advantage in Matrix Gold over Rhino Gold 6.6? Parametric. Parametric is the main difference. So I would say that either Rhino Gold or Matrix Gold are intuitive, the same. So it's not any harder than the other. But what it's the big difference is the parametric side of Matrix Gold. So you can, in Rhino Gold, you were able to place stones, the ring, the center stone, or whatever, and everything was working individually. Now in Matrix Gold, everything works together. When you make any change, everything recalculates. So this is the big difference with Rhino Gold 6.6. Which is the best supporting plugin software for best rendering? This is something that I believe that is not up to me, because there is many different rendering engines. There is plenty. If you go in any of my of our Facebook forums, you will find a lot of different engines to do renders. Any of those, the only thing that I can tell you is that from Matrix Gold, you will get a 3DM file. You can use any of the rendering engines to use the 3DM file. So we are compatible with all these rendering engines. And there is some of them that actually you have, they already have done the plugin to have it in Rhino. So with just one click, you can bring your design from Matrix or Rhino Gold, sorry, from Matrix Gold or Rhino to these rendering engines. Is upload designs in Counter-Sketch is public to all users of Counter-Sketch? No, this is just your Counter-Sketch. So we have the main library in Counter-Sketch. This is the library that you get when you buy Counter-Sketch, all right? So you have the main library of Counter-Sketch. This is where you get these models that you cannot download, but you can show. But then you have your own library. All the models that you upload to the library, to your own library, these are just for you. No one else is going to see your models. These are just the models that you have uploaded to your computer, and these are the models that you are showing. Can we do sizing in fancy shapes as the ring which is shown is plain bend? Look, I'm in love with the with the resize tool that we have in Matrix Gold. So let me try to get something more. I think cancel. Let me see. What do we have here? No. Let me try to find some ring. I think that I have render. Render. What do we have here? Not this one. I'm trying to find something. Test render that it's easier to make a resize. Okay, let's say this one or this one. Just say this one. Okay. So now we are uploading this one, and I will show you how it works, the resizing. While it's uploading the model, let me keep answering more questions. Can we do sizing? So we will do the sizing. Now will Rhino sound capital to existing Matrix 9? No, I have to be very clear here. Matrix 9 is a software that we won't be supporting in the future. So Matrix 9 is an old technology. It has done a wonderful job everywhere. It has been a very good software, but is old. Is old. The technology that Matrix 9 was built with is not able to keep going with all the new challenges that the new technology is bringing. This is why we developed Matrix Gold in a newer base, a newer and more powerful base. So matrix 9 is not going to be compatible for Rhino 7. We are putting all our efforts in matrix goal. To move all these people from matrix 9, please contact Cascade, because we are doing a lot of different loyalty programs to bring all these people from matrix 9 to matrix goal. So please, anytime that there is anyone that want to go from matrix 9 to matrix goal, that sooner or later this will have to happen, because as I said, matrix goal will be the software that we will be supporting. Cascade can inform you about all the different options that you have. Let's go with the resizing. So I have this ring, I have stones up to here. What happens if I want to resize this? So I can go to tools. I think that I have it here, resize. I just select the model that I want to resize. This is the model. And now the model will come here. I already have the ring size, so it's already detecting everything. And now, once it detects everything, we will be able to make as many different finger size we want. And this can be done with models from any software. If you have a lot of files from Matrix, you can bring them here, and then what you can do is just resize all these files. Let's see what has happened here. Select ring objects. Okay, there we go. So now, as you can see, I have the ring. I have here all the different size that I want to get. I also have the adjust angle. So if I have stones up to here, I will go like this, because I want to keep the same distance with all these stones. And now I will say I have a 7, so I want a 6, an 8, a 9, a 10, 11, 12, and I want also half sizes. Okay, so I want all this. And as I said, important, this can be done with any file that is coming from any software. The only thing that you need is the finger size. That is this line, red line here. You can add it at any time. So now I click resize ring, and now we will see how long it takes to give us models, all these numbers. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 models for this ring. Okay, so now it's making all the calculations so we can have it. I keep asking answering the question. Sorry, can you change ring size and protect it from matrix goal? Yes. What is the main advantage? We can import on our existing Rhino file. So there is another question that is important. It's saying, can we import our existing Rhino file and edit, or we have to create new in matrix goal? You have to create it new in matrix goal. So if you want to go ahead and create a new model that is parametric, you have to create it in matrix goal. Of course, that in matrix goal, any file that you are importing, you will be able to scale or change the size as I'm doing here, but you won't be able to make it parametric. There is another question, does matrix goal does rendering? Yes, of course, we do rendering. We have cycles and we have many styles, so you can do rendering with matrix goal. It's not a problem. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what is happening here. Size rendering, should be able to do it. I keep answering. We have a lot of questions. This is good. I say very fun without doing a Boolean. I use group command so I can edit everything later, make Boolean and export it. Can I open that and Boolean? So there is a customer who's asking that he has everything saved without doing the Boolean. And if he can open this in matrix goal, of course, he can do it, open it in matrix goal. What he won't be able to do is just do any addition. So that he won't be able to change the stones. This won't be able to do it. Even there is the matrix legacy, that what we do is we recognize the stones. If you have a matrix file and you want to bring it to matrix goal, you bring it there and we can recognize that these stones in case that you want to change them. You can do that, but it's just about the stones, nothing else. Oval Bengal, King suggest. Okay, then we have another, we have a customer that has been asking a lot of things. Can you show a stone map in matrix goal? Yes, we have a stone map somewhere. and I need to find it. Tag report, I think that is in gems. No, wait, tools, gem map. So we have the gem map here. I don't know if there is something wrong with this file. So this is the gems map. Just a second. I think that because there is a lot of information, there we go. So this is the gems map where it's telling you all the different stones that we have and where to place them. Okay. Sometimes this one, because all the stones goes down here, is not easy to see them, but this is the gems map with the weight and everything. Let me just load this one so I can show you. And then he's asking something else. Can you show us the map? Which diamond sets where? How to expand, reduce the size of oval bangle? Okay, so he was asking about a bangle. All right, so let me just do this because I can show you easy what I was telling you. So he's also asking me how to do, there we go. So as you can see in just one click, we got all these different sizes very, very fast. So just imagine how powerful MatrixGold is, because this is not just with the models from MatrixGold. When it's time to resize rings that you have done in other softwares, the only thing that we need is the mesh. So you bring the mesh, you place the finger size to keep it as a reference, and then you can resize them into as many different sizes as you want very, very fast. So just with this tool, it's very easy to come from Matrix to MatrixGold, because this allows you to, all the rings that you have, allows you to change them, the finger size. And then how to resize a bangle. So if I go to, and I will do it pretty fast. So just say that I create a bangle shape, okay, from here to here and to here. So I have this curve, and now on this curve I can create a tool. Okay, so sorry, I can add a profile. So I go here and I add a profile on this bangle. I just turn it 90 degrees because I want it at the top, and I will do something like that. Just say that this is your bangle. I just close it. And I have this bangle. All right, so, and I can also add, I will use just this to add a few stones here. Okay, so gems on curve. You see that the stones are on the wrong direction. What you have to do is select the surface, so then you get them in the right direction. And I will add the stones up to here. All right, so this is a bangle that I want to have. And what I will do is, look at this. I will go and I will say that I want them just place mode. I want them through the table with these stones. So how many do I have? I have 3. I don't want them taper. So I go to edit. So you can make as many changes as you want. So I don't want them taper. And what I will do now is just create from solid, I will create from cutters, I will create a channel cutter. And now I will do a Boolean. All right, solid, Boolean difference between this part and this part. This is easy, but just to show you the power that you have. And now with settings, I will go to the prompt placer and I will say that select gems, these gems. And now what I will tell is that I don't want the ones at the very end, so I can go to the end tab and select the ones that doesn't have any at the end, that is this one. Okay, so I have this. So as you can see, now we have a bangle with the stones at the top. We have a Boolean done. We can keep doing even Booleans here. So we can do the holes, and I can do the Boolean from this with this. So now this is a bangle that it's done. I mean, we have the holes, we can set the stones. And now this customer was asking me if we can resize it. Everything is related to the original curve that we have done. So maybe you will tell me, whoa, I don't like this shape, this width from here, needs to be shorter. Okay, so I get this curve. I do it like this, and I click enter. And even the Boolean is done, everything has been recalculated. And look at this. Now that the shape is okay, if you want to make it bigger, again, I select the curve, and now with the Shift key press, I make it bigger. So this will be the new shape, and there we go. What can we do? We can go and say, I'm going to create the bangle, and now I will save the size 1. Then I will go to the curve, from view, and then I will save the size 2. And anytime that you want to bring any of those, you can bring them in and you can make the changes again. So just say that now you want to get the size 1, you just click it on. So now you get it, and you will get also all the steps that you need, because maybe with the bigger one, what you want to do is to change the stones. Maybe you want these stones to be bigger. Instead being 1.3, maybe you want them 1.5. So you change them to 1.5, you place them in the middle, and everything recalculates also by itself. All right, so this is how this software works. I mean, it's very, very intuitive. It gives you a lot of different options. Let me tell you, there is no end with this software. There is no end because once you start with a parametric, all the options that it gives you, it's crazy. So you get trapped with this software, and it's very, very hard to stop. So I hope that you can enjoy it. I have the last question here. If I can edit mesh, can I edit mesh made of ZBrush app? Yes. So you can edit, but you will be able to do it with the Rhino 7 version. You will have more options to do that. So you will be able to bring the mesh, do the quad remesh from Matrix Gold on Rhino 7, and then from there you will have all the faces that you will be able to make any change. Of course, that in Matrix Gold, you also, if I just bring this to mesh, all right, so let me bring this part to mesh. So now I have this mesh here. Also in Matrix Gold, you have the sculpt. So with the sculpt, you can make like ZBrush, but is not as you see that we have now here, and we also have brushes to do anything that you want. So if you want to make it smaller and you want to make something here, you can make it. Of course, that now we don't have enough polygons, and you can, but this is something that we also have in Matrix Go. So now we have done here like a texture that if I just hide this one, as I said, you can make anything that you want, and you can keep it then as a ZBrush, or you can make textures as you do in ZBrush. All right, so there is a lot of different options between Matrix Gold and Counter Sketch. So I think that we have done an overview. It's just an overview because there is so much that is hard to get and tell in just one session, everything that can be done in these two softwares and all the options that we have. So I don't see any more questions here. I believe that I replayed all of them. I don't know, Mr. Shishir, if there is anything else that we should tell to the audience, anything else that you would like to know?
I think it's a wonderful presentation. I do not know how much time we have. Dolly, do we have more time?
I'm not aware about how long.
No,
if we have more time, we can do the questions, or we'll call it a day.
Yeah, I think we should call it a day, and then we can take questions separately.
Very, very much. We have learned a lot. and I hope the Indian gems and jewelry industry can benefit using your products very much. Thank you
This
very, very
is.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being part of this virtual show. I really appreciate thinking about Gem Vision. And yes, I love this product. I love being in touch with the jeweler. So for sure that we can do big things all together. So thank you so much, and hope I know in person all of you the next IIJS when can be done in place.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Thank you.